Check it out, guys. Van acquired. So one of the things I normally do, I normally try and get this done, is a basic service as soon as you get the car. And it gives you, a good starting point of service history from your ownership. So you know exactly when the last service was, even if you got paperwork and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I bought this oil here, just Newlon 1540, and I've had it for ages. I've had this for like a couple months. I bought it intending to do the service, and I just haven't had time. And then, all of a sudden you get the warning symbol come up on the dash for low oil. So maybe have a few leaks under there. Also getting another strange warning light that I'm not too sure what it is. I'll have to Google that and see what that is and see if I can fix that. Also, you can see we've had a bit of a fender bender here, and you can I'll bring you in a bit closer. You can kind of see where the nose has been pushed in, and these headlights just aren't sitting right. Obviously missing the grille as well, and I reckon I'll fix that today as well. I've bought one off the internet. Hopefully it fits. I don't have any of the clips now that I think about it. Bugger. We'll see. Might have to zip tie it, whatever. Ow! Mother. Rightio, so to get access, I used to drive vans ages ago, and I'm pretty sure there's some latches and shit under here. Right. So there's a buckle on the inside, like the middle seat, and this one on this side is kind of like on the outside is like a latch, more like a latch. Right, let's bring you in. I mean, it doesn't look that bad, to be honest. Like, I've seen a lot worse. It's definitely leaking from many different holes, and I don't really care. I reckon I'll just keep on top of the oil changes and check the oil level. And I mean, as long as it's getting oil and it's getting serviced and all that kind of stuff, I think it should be right. And it looks like the oil, right, I feel the cap's just there. That's kind of annoying. Oh no, there we go. That's not so bad. Right, so that's all done on the underside, new filter installed, and just, I think the crush washer, there actually was one, it was just kind of stuck on. And I just kind of nips that up, and we'll see how that goes. Right here. It's not milky, so that's good. It's a bit crusty in there. Not great, but could be worse. Now, my shed's a mess still. I still haven't actually organised it yet, and I don't know where my funnels are. This is going to be really awkward. That doesn't look stock, does it? It looks kind of pinched. And I think that's just from, oh no, made in USA. I don't know. Whatever, doesn't really matter. Looks like it's been replaced. Anyway, maybe why it's leaking, because there's not enough, too much pressure building up. Who knows? I don't know. I'm talking about my ass at this point. You know what? That's not bad. If only I knew how much I need to put in. How much is on this thing here? Right, I'm going to stop there for now. That's definitely not enough. But I need to go check out what the actual capacity is. It's one thing I need is a bloody shop manual, like a Haynes manual or something like that. Right. All right. Good news and bad news. Good news, I know how much to put in. 5.7 litres. Bad news, I definitely didn't take 5.7 litres out, so probably not great. This is 5 litres, so I'm going to dump all of this in, and then 700 ml of the other one as well. What I might do, instead of trying to balance a full jug over here, I might put some, like about 700 mil back into this one and then use this one to put it in. I think it's about 700 mil. Spilled a little bit, but whatever. Oh shit. Right, I'm gonna leave it at that. Where's the cap? Over there. And we'll add more if we need. I think I might have overfilled that, but it might be just because we're on a bit of an angle, but whatever. All right, onto the front now. Here's the grill. I hope it fits. And of course, I haven't really thought this through, and only just realised after looking in here, there's bloody clips and stuff, obviously, and I don't know if this comes with them or not. So let's just find out. Very well packaged. For just a cheap, I think it was like 60 bucks, 60, 70 bucks. And yes, comes with the clips. Thank you. I was really worried about that. No badge though, but I think you have to get that somewhere else. Right. Thought it was going to be black, but I guess not. Anyway, comes with those clips, which are these ones here. I reckon if I can just pop these clips out, I might be able to just straighten these up with a hammer, or maybe even just a shifter. I'll pop the rest. Oh no, they're all gone as well. That's it, I think. Oh no, that one. Try and pop them out. Just hit it. Look, if your van's better than mine, definitely don't just smash it. This one's definitely just, this car's definitely, I mean, I'm not going to trash it, but I'm actually not too pretty about it. I'm not too worried about it. Right. You can tell that's definitely come away there. There's a gap there, and that looks munted on this side as well. How am I going to get these out? Like that, I suppose. If I had spare clips, I'd probably go ham with this, but I'm still going ham with it, even though I don't have the clips. Whatever. What's going on here? I actually realised I'm going to have to straighten up these first as well. So I'm just using a shifter for this. Probably, look, probably not the good thing to do, but these are pretty fat shifter jaws, so should be right. You'll have to excuse my lack of correct tools. Like I said before, my shed is off. I think I fucked that a little bit. My shed is a mess, and I don't know where any of my shit is, so it looks like pretty much on both sides you can kind of see the gap there and the gap that was there. I didn't want to mess around with this, but it's kind of bugging me, and I want to see if I can just pull it out. I might be able to do that. If I had the right tools, you know, you could put a spreader in there, even just like a scissor jack in behind there. That's probably not enough room, but I mean, if you took the headlight out, you'd probably get one in there. But what to do? Someone's definitely had a go at this before me. Any panel beating tips? Let me know. I might have to. This might be a later job, but if you've done anything like this before, and done anything that works, then let me know. I wonder if I get some wood in there. There's like a structure in behind here. If I could block that out and then just get a long piece of timber, I might be able to just push that out. Let's see how we go. This is why you don't throw away your wood blocks, people. It might just come in handy. Your dad was onto something when he had heaps of these. Alright, that one's too big. I'm going to go with this one. right, this thing was driven into the ground like a stake, holding a gate shut at my last property that I lived on and rented at. That was maybe 5 years ago. And I took it out and didn't want to throw it away because I thought it might come in handy someday, and today is that day. It almost, don't want to speak too soon, but it almost looks like it's perfect for this. Kind of mindful of damaging the inside seam here. I think I have already, to be honest, but who knows, it might have been like that from the crash. I'll try and get this block up in on a bit more like solid metal, and almost. All right, what do I need to do? That one went in. Okay. Let's see if this works. It worked. So how do we end up with a van, guys? I know that's the burning question and you're all asking it, so no, to be honest, I was looking for a ute or a van for quite a while, just to help out with deliveries and just picking things up as well. Ever since we moved to the hills, just no one delivers out here, and if they do, it's ridiculously expensive. So pretty much that. Save time and effort going to Bunnings and hiring a ute and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, but no, I chatted to a mate at work about I'm thinking about getting a ute or a van, and he said, I'm selling a van, and that's this van. So there was that bit of availability. Second thing was the price. He didn't want much for it. I think 2.5 grand. I had a few vans on my watch list already, and some of them were like 4, 5, 6 grand for like clapped out vans. And this one's clapped out, but 2.5 grand's pretty good. So there's that. And I didn't want to overpay. Being a work vehicle, I didn't want to buy a better condition van. It was strictly going to be a work vehicle for me. So that worked out well. Not to say that like this doesn't run well. This actually runs very well. It's done 360,000 Ks. It's got colder aircon than my Mini, so there's that. No, it runs really well actually. I'm really impressed with it. Now, crucially, one thing that I was very particular about when buying a car, a ute or a van, was the year it was made. And now this one's the year 2000, and some of you probably know where I'm going with this. But in South Australia, where I am, you can put cars or vehicles that are 25 years old or older, you can put them on Club Rego, which is a cheaper form of registration, which has restrictions, but still fits the bill for me. It saves a lot of money. I'll go over the numbers in a bit, but the rules are you've got to be a financial member of a car or bike club. My bike club is $35 a year, I reckon, so $35. Then you've got the rego itself. For this van for a year was $80. So 35 plus 80, $115. So to register this van normally for 3 months is $330 versus $115 for a year. So you do the maths. The savings are crazy. Now, the restriction, the number one restriction, is you can only use it for 90 days of the year, which works out to 52 weeks in a year. It works out to a bit under 2 days a week. And if you're not driving it every week, you can drive it on the weekends, no worries. So there's, if you're planning on traveling with it or, being on the road with it a lot, probably don't do that. But for me, as just a vehicle to have on the property to use here and there to help out, it was a no-brainer for me. And finally is the versatility of the van, versatility and like ease of use. It's just got a lower height on the deck than a ute, so getting things in and out, it's going a smaller distance. and that's just less, effort on the body as well, saving your back. I've got bikes and trying to push them up into a ute, I've done that a few times. It gets pretty hairy, whereas with this, it's just going to be easier, especially with the ramp I've got here. If I reverse up, it's pretty much just a straight run into the van. So that's going to be so much easier to manage. Also, is a bit of security. You can just throw stuff in and just close it. Like, people are going to break into cars if they want to, but if I was to do that on a, with a ute, things would just be visible, things would be open, and people could just yoink, take your stuff if they wanted to. So having it like behind closed doors, you can lock, pretty good. I don't know, I just feel like it's a bit safer and a bit more secure. Additionally, if I ever want to take this thing camping, I can just chuck a mattress in, chuck a few tubs of food and equipment, all that kind of stuff, and then just piss off for the weekend. And there's absolutely no worries doing that with this car. I'm happy with its reliability, and I wouldn't be taking it, for weeks at a time. So not gonna eat up too many of those 90 days of the Club Rego. But it's just good to have that option. If I did that with a ute, I don't think I would be able to do that with you unless you had a canopy and all that kind of stuff. So the van wins out again there for me. So that's the video, guys. Let me know what you reckon. Chuck us a subscribe if you're interested in seeing more high ace, more van videos. I've got lots planned. I want to chuck on some light bars, muck around with the sound system, maybe put a reverse sensor kit on it. I've got one floating around somewhere. I've had it for years. Finally got something to put it on. Lots to do, lots to work on. I'll see you guys in the next video. Cheers.